Hello everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals. Thank you for being here with me today. Today I'd like to do a flip through of my latest journal. This is my Boho Floral Junk Journal. I've been working on this journal for about a month or so, and I'm super excited with how it came together. Thank you first off for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel and leaving your kind comments. You guys are the best, and I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much. This journal is a soft cover journal. It is on the taller side. It's 6 by 9.5 and has a 2-inch spine. And I'll show you the details of the cover as we get into it. I added this gorgeous vintage pin on the top. I just thought it added such a finishing touch to the journal. It is tied with some sari silk fabric. I just love that fabric, and I love all the vibrant colors that go along with the boho theme. It's just so much fun for me to do the pattern mixing. It's one of my favorite things to do. So underneath the tie closure, I added a journaling card, and this is made from a vintage postcard. I added an additional die cut on the side and did a little bit of collaging. And along the top there, I did add some of this sari embroidered fabric here that I used for the cover. I just think it's absolutely stunning. So what I did is I started with a tapestry, actually 2 pieces of tapestry there, and I wanted to do some layering on the top. So I added some vintage fabric on top of the tapestry, and then this gorgeous piece, which I really wanted to be the focal point for the cover in this gorgeous pinkish red color. It's kind of a carnation pink. It's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love that fabric. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So like I said, this is a soft cover journal, tapestry fabric, and on the inside of that, I added a contrasting yet coordinating pattern. This is some cotton fabric, and along the side of the front and the back cover, I did add a border of some sari silk ribbon. And on the first page here, this is one of my boho cluster snippet rolls that we created in a tutorial. And I will link the tutorials that I mention in this video in the description box if you'd like to go check those out. So this created a belly band along the front there, and I added some vintage ephemera and a postcard tucked right along the side there. And the digital kit that I am using for the most part in this journal is from the Paper Mill download. It is the Vintage Rustic Bohemian. So I will put a link to that Etsy shop in the description box also. It's absolutely gorgeous. I just love it. So that is a page from the kit right there. And then I did a little bit of collaging on the back side of that. And there's a vintage ledger page that I did clip on some vintage ephemera on the other side there, and just a little bead dangle along the side. So this holds another vintage postcard that I added a little bit of trim on the bottom there, and some more vintage ephemera. And there is a vintage book page from one of my floral books, and I just thought the colors went really, really well with it. A lot of the pages have a little bit of the gold leafing along the side, the gold foil, and you'll see that throughout. I did add a lot of that, and the pages have been stamped and stenciled. And on this side, I created a little pocket right here with some more gorgeous fabric and this beautiful digital from the kit. I added a die cut frame just around her beautiful face, so I love that. And a lot of the pages have been sewn around the edges with a gold thread in a decorative stitch. There's another image from the kit. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, love it. I just love it. It's beautiful. And this is a coffee dyed doily, a vintage French stock certificate. And then on this page, I created another belly band and added some more sari fabric along the side there. And that holds a little journaling booklet. Now this is another digital from the kit, and I created a little pocket on the side that has a little Victorian calling card tucked right along there, and there is some journaling space on the interior of that. And on this side, I did a little bit of collaging on some coffee dyed scrapbook paper there, and I added a die cut of that beautiful bird. I just thought it went so well, the coloring with this sari silk trim, this ribbon that I added along the side there. And here is the center of the first signature. I created a fold up right here. And this image is from the Graphics Fairy, their premium membership site. And I think these are called Bohemian Butterflies or something along those lines. And I just thought the colors went so well. Oh, I love color, as you guys know, so this journal was really fun to put together with all the different color combinations. And some beautiful vintage ephemera that I added some sequins to, because for me, sequins equals boho, along with tassels and all that sparkly stuff. That all just equals boho to me. And then along this side, some more vintage ephemera. There is a seed packet label and a vintage receipt dated 1881. Oh, I just love that kind of stuff. So those fit right back in there. And this is a piece of the same fabric that's on the cover, and I glued it onto the side, and I added a little ribbon along the side there with an eyelet, and it just adds a little bit of extra interest on the side of the page. There's some more of that gold foil on that collage page. And on the top of this page here, I clipped on, I don't even know what I'm calling this, but it's a little pocket that I created from a book page, and I did embellish that with some more beautiful bohemian trim, and I created a couple little pieces of ephemera, and there is the what do you say? Yeah, it's an embellished paper clip along the top with some contrasting colored fabric. And then on this side here is another belly band and another tag. Isn't she pretty? She's from the kit also, as is the back there. And I did do a little bit of collaging on that. So that fits in there. There's the other side of that stock certificate and that doily. And then on this side, there is an upper pocket along the side. I did have to add some tassels, of course, because that is definitely bohemian, and a pocket under here that has some, this is a vintage advertising card, and how bohemian is she, and the colors just went so well. And so that tucks right underneath there. I added a die cut right along there also. And here is another pocket that's in the center, and it has created another little tuck spot with some sari trim, a beautiful vintage postcard along the top there. And here is a little fold out. Did do a little bit of collaging with some washi tape and some vintage ephemera. And I created a bookmark tag with some vintage buttons, and this image right here is from the Graphics Fairy also. And this was from, I think this was from Pickerel, their free domain. That is a Vintage Rose catalog cover, and that is from the kit. And so that tucks right back in there. A little fold up right here that I added some more fabric on the side, and another advertising card that I added some more sequins to. Someone's at our door. I apologize for that doorbell. Gorgeous image from the kit. And along the center here, this is one of the Boho envelope journaling booklets. And I'm not going to go through that, but there is a tutorial and I'll link that in the description box. And then on this side here, this is the second signature. Beautiful collaging, and this is from the kit. And I added some trim along the bottom there. And then on this page, I've got a little tuck right under there. And this is just, I love this page. And it's so simple, but it goes together so well. I added some lace trim and this embossed piece of cardstock along the bottom there. Got a vintage dictionary page, some gorgeous lace, and then stamped along the sides there, some beautiful gold paper there. And I created another pocket along the side there, and it holds some vintage ephemera and some more beautiful boho trim. And then there's some writing space there. And then this is an Edith Holden page that I created, a belly band along the side with some beautiful collaging of some more sari silk patterns there. And then a little fold out there. And how perfect is this? Does this look boho or what? This is a French catalog, and it's all about different fabric patterns. Oh, I love that. Now this page is 2 Edith Holden pages that I have hinged together with some more sari trim there. And it folds out like this. And there is the center. As you can see, we all recognize the Edith Holden, right? We've got a fold out right here. And then one of my easiest envelopes ever tutorial, and that holds some vintage ephemera. I've got some wallpaper, and so this is kind of an ephemera bundle that I've tied together with some ribbon, and it has some authentic French letters in there. And then on this side, this is some vellum that I copied this pattern on. I got a piece of actual it was like a sketch that someone had done, and it was a vintage sketch, and it was on a piece of vellum. And so this is a copy of that, and I just thought that was really cool. And how boho is that? So that fits right underneath there. And this is one of my wraparound page borders that I do also have a tutorial on. And that holds some more, let me get this off. This is very fragile. That holds a journaling tag there. And I did a little bit of collaging, and this is some wallpaper. And then on this is a beautiful fabric sample page. And this is very fragile, so I did have to tape it with some distress tape. I've got some more sari ribbon. I've got a little bead dangle along the bottom there. There's the other side of that silk, and another beautiful image from the kit. Got a little tuck right under there, and then another beautiful image from the kit. And along the bottom of this page creates a little tuck at the bottom, another beautiful boho vintage advertising card, and a little tag that I created. So that fits all back in there. And there is the back. that I did do a little bit of collaging on and added a die cut and some more of that gold foil. And there is another belly band along the back. So there she is. That is my Boho Floral Junk Journal. I love how it turned out, and I hope this gives you some inspiration to go ahead and mix some patterns and have fun with the whole boho theme. It's just fabulous. So thank you for being here, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Have a wonderful day, everyone.